Fear of failure is good. Fear of failure will keep you up at night, planning and rehearsing and going over contingencies. Fear of failure will keep you training hard.
What's up, Ricocap family and traders? Back again for another weekly recap on how we did, how the market did, and how we navigated through it as a team. So let's get right into it. So this week, honestly, was a pretty tough week as far as kind of range. We saw a lot of, down, up, slow grind up though. At times they were trying to fake us out. The market was trying to fake us in every direction, right? We didn't have a lot of news. I think the most significant news was unemployment claims on Thursday, pre-market, and then manufacturing PMI, which was on Friday. We used that to our advantage. Thursday, really not too much, the news didn't affect us too much. What overshadowed mostly was NVIDIA earnings, which was Wednesday at close. So let me show you, kind of what SPY and Q did and how we navigated through the market, and essentially won as much as we could by staying away from traps and things like that. So pretty much starting off in the 18th right here, we saw that Q did open up gapping up into a demand turning supply. We're hovering around 497.90 purple line, which this purple line represents to us that it's a launch pad or a rejection site. So this level right here, I've seen on the live tape, watching the tape, that this price buyers and sellers agree at. So this tells me we're going to either rocket off this or reject hard away from this. And so I knew we had news and NVIDIA earnings, so wasn't surprised QQQ was staying around this, and we'll probably stay around this until that news came out. So we kind of gapped up in here. We saw kind of pre-market. We came back down to this demand, pushed right back up, pushed down. And I'm doing this live on the team. We stayed pretty patient as we saw we're holding above this demand. Same thing for SPY, but SPY opened up above 585, 584 demand, and I knew it would probably run to 587. So we actually ended up taking some QQQ calls, the 502 next day expiration, grabbed them at 130, about right here, and we got that push right up to our first target, 501, and then second target was up here, but we were pretty much all out up here. As it kind of was fighting a little too much for my liking, and I knew it would probably be range leading into news and NVIDIA earnings, especially with QQQ. So solid wins on Monday, kept it pushing, right? Next day we kind of saw sharp push down after hours, and then it kind of came back to the same zone where it rejected, came down pre-market, and this is where I was trying to tell the team as I was doing this live. They're eating some of these gaps down here. For QQQ that had left, and then SPY was making a weekly low, but I made sure we banked today because a lot of people were trying to get bearish at open, and I said, look, pre-market, when we held this demand, you never want to see a sharp push right back up as a kind of rejection, but also a retest. You never really want to see that pre-market because a lot of members ask me, what's the difference between us shorting on that Friday, and knowing, we gapped down, came back up, and then knowing we were going to get a monster move down versus what happened here. The difference was this. SPY did make weekly lows, but it's all about how we open. We opened up back up here, which was in range, which is in this demand, which was telling us that, buyers are down here. And QQQ never broke weekly lows. It did knife into the demand that right there where it held, but opened back up. So I knew we're good to go as far as calls. So we did stay a little bit patient. I want to see what would happen here. And once QQ broke above 500, we knew we could take calls. But first, we ended up taking SPY calls. So we opened up right here, and I was doing this live. We did kind of bounce around, told the team, stops are on, where our bracket was ordered. We got filled at like a 110 contract. Our stops were at $80. It never hit that, even though it tried to wick. And I told the team, stay patient, right? So 15 minutes went by, and the next 15 opened up when we got that push up, and these calls ran to 200 plus, so over 100% as it ran to the next supply, or 591 right there. Hit our first target blue line, second one, and then perfect 591 supply touch right there. Beautiful, and a rejection, and then kind of kept going from there. We saw, okay, we're coming out the next day, and we're getting pretty bullish here, and I was very bullish kind of coming into this day. Now, how we opened was pretty interesting, right? I wanted to see kind of how buyers would kind of step in, right? How would buyers step in here? And I wanted to see if we don't go higher, it's okay, because this was the 20th, right? So we already know at this point NVIDIA is going to be posting earnings, right? So we know that more than likely this is going to be range. I don't think it's going to go higher until, we break out, right? So I told the team and, about QQQ that possibly this was the NVIDIA run up. Tomorrow, will be range. It's possible we push right back down. And that's exactly what happened. So at open, I was like, be ready, guys. Possible SPY puts could work if we lose 590, our blue line, because we did reject this level, which was a supply at the time. As you can see, we kind of got into a pre-market, and then right before open, we're rejecting out of it. I knew puts were good to go. So right at open, we kind of waited a second, slammed some lottos because contracts were just juiced to the brim in anticipation of NVIDIA. So we took some lottos same day, got them at 116. Right at open, we pushed up a little bit, slammed them, and just knifed down. And I mean, beautiful zone-to-zone move here.
I mean, I see this. It's so incredible. Ding, 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 ding. Boom. Okay. Shin, boom.
591 all the way back to 585 dip, and then, kind of V-shaping back out. We slammed those puts for 116 up here. They went for 230 plus, so over 100%. Easy work. Hit that demand, held above demand, and then we kind of start pushing into close there. Beautiful. And so we kind of went into this next day after earnings, right? So NVIDIA posted earnings. And so NVIDIA did kind of dumped off and then came right back up and then dumped off kind of again. So that was very tricky. They're trying to trick us pretty heavily there. That's kind of what it looks like. So overnight, we kind of grinded back up to 506, 505, which was our target on QQ. Right at open, they tried to break it higher, but we got knifed right back in. Right at open, I saw SPY did open up above 591, which is what I was looking for. So as we opened up, we started knifing, and I slammed some 590, I think 4 calls tomorrow dates. So 1 day expiration.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
And the selling pressure was too much. We got stopped out. And the whole move was this: if we would have held and didn't respect our stop, we would have came right back and sold for profit. We did end up rolling up. We only did calls today. We ended up slamming some more calls right up here as we came back up, knowing we would go higher, and we banked off 2 different strikes on the way up right there. Now this was our first loss for the week, and it was on Thursday. I wasn't too mad about it, but it was one of those situations where I knew I saw the direction right, especially if we kind of look on the hourly here. We look on the hourly, I knew we're dipping back into range here, where we've been doing this kind of push up, down, push up, down, push up, down, and then back up. So I was hammering the bottom with calls on the way up, and so I knew we'd come right back up, and that's exactly what happened. All our calls came right back. The first position came right back and would have made 30-40% if you just held. But we got to respect our stops. We got to respect our brackets. We got to have that proper risk management. So I'll take it. We ended up getting it right back on 2 different strikes on the way up here. Beautiful. And we actually swung another 2 sets of SPY calls as we opened up here.
The double tap does what the he wants.
And this was beautiful. We had a perfect flag going into Friday. Super easy. Right at open, I saw that we actually broke the flag up, kind of retest, and that flash PMI news was going to work in our favor. So we opened up, we dipped a little bit, and I knew it was time to go. As long as we held above this flag in 593, I slammed the 595 calls right down here for $100, right? Team got in, and we rocketed to our target right up here. Perfect 15-minute candle move right here, and we sold all calls, the 595 lottos, and then the swings. It was the 597s and 598s next week expiration, so we'd go and sold that, and we knew that even if we hold on to that, we'd be good going into next week, as we're still kind of grinding up here. But I wanted to start next week as a fresh week. Sold it all for profit. Beautiful move right there, and it was very simple, just a quick flag like that. Q did the same thing. where we opened up above its demand, pushed right into supply, rejected right back to the demand, came right back up, ping pong action, and as we're grinding up above. So Monday should be super easy. It's kind of a stressful week, but we navigated very well. I think that Thursday was probably our hardest one. In hindsight, QQ was running the show, and sure, those puts at open right there would have worked for the knife down, then slammed more calls for the right back up. It's okay. I'll take it all day of the week. We've been killing it. We've been on fire. And so with that being said, I want to kind of give you all the member gains highlights for the week. And we started off just like this. Ocho was the first one on the Monday. On Monday, showing off the P&L up almost 2K. Beautiful. Right here, Javier, beautiful on those QQQ calls. We, banked. Misread the short entry, caught the QQs on the way up, now in puts for free. Beautiful. CJS killing it. I'm flexing some of the Q calls right there. Spatial Knot up 36%. Beautiful. That boy Jacques up beautiful 30%. A couple $100 easy for him right there. Next day, right, we got my broker sucks when it comes to flashy views, but up 1,800 profit in 12 minutes. Thank you, Rico. Spy calls killed it. This closed on the target while I was in an interview. Beautiful right there. Ocho flexing some more. The director killing it. QQs. Javier again 2.3K right there, 2.4. Doe's back in the game right here. That boy Doe's 7% on the account. Beautiful. CJS flexing some more. About $300-400 right here on those QQs. Beautiful. The boy Jacques 507 Qs on the day right there, 6%. I like it. Chase the bank 3% on the day. Love it. Javier more. He's been killing it. 2.6 right there, 2.7. AO Brock killing it as well. Beautiful work. That boy Jacques killing it. Held pretty well on this right here. Look, 5 contracts. Very minimal risk, $350 right there. That was beautiful. CJS flexing. I'm showing a little bit of some spy puts right there. Luke flexing as well. 2K right there on some profit. Anthony, Wi-Fi went down as soon as I got in, but he made it out alive. Beautiful. M Jabber up about 500 on the day. Puts for breakfast. Beautiful day. 28 ounce, 3% on the day. Blue Dew, 4%. Beautiful. Nathan Green, thanks, of course. 1.2, that's nice. Director, up, nice, 66% on some Qs. Blue Dew, 6%, beautiful on the whole portfolio. CJS flexing that 1.2, 1.1 thousand right there on some spies. Took the rejection. Director flexing some 70%. Javier spy 584 puts fully out 3.6K. Beautiful. That boy Jock right there 30% on some spy calls, killing it. CJS flexing some more gains, loving it. That boy Jimmy flexing $700 on some spies, 1.2 on some more spies. This was the day we really had to dig deep and believe. That boy Ocho believed 41% on those spies. There we go, 26% for DG, killing it. Earnings trader, it went very small, but another high conviction win for Rico, over 100% gain. He got $186, beautiful. That QQ play was awesome. We got 28 ounce right here, 4.7% on the port, beautiful. M Jabber, $700, gotta love that. No fear, I'm screaming no fear on some spy calls. 2.6K right there. Nathan right there, $114. He's now a mentee. We had a brief talk kind of before this day, and I told him, let's get him on the winning side. Let's do less. Let's protect our management, and he's back on the winning side. He's been winning, but he wants to win more, and so I'm gonna get him there. That boy Jock showing off 20% on those spies. Beautiful. CJS, beautiful right there. $800 up. Brian up 23% right there. Awesome. Green for the whole week now. Done for the day. Javier killing it. 3.7. Love it. Anthony, we back 7% on the day. Love it. CJS, nothing but all green in this Discord. I mean, he's been loving this. He said some very heartfelt stuff on this day, and look at his week. Beautiful. Earnings traders trading small positions today, but wins are wins. He's got almost $400 in SPY, 72 on NVIDIA. We killed it on some SPY and NVIDIAs on that Friday. SPY right here, that boy Jacques held on, like I said, beautiful right there. And again, runner all the way. Absolutely loving it. We did do SPY. We did do those SPY calls, and then our second play was NVIDIA. We had a nice flag right here. We dipped under our 143.74. We slammed those puts for a ride down all the way down to 142.30-ish. Came back up for that retest. Hit our target at 141. Easy stuff on some lottos. Easy. And it held there into close. I love it. So beautiful work this week. It was a kind of tough one. Next week should be a lot easier as hopefully some news out the way and a lot of earnings stuff is out the way too. So should be fun. It should be good. Appreciate all the members and everyone getting involved. We have a lot of fun and members only. Give it a try. Come check it out. If you want to be a part of the team, come be part of the team. We're helping each other, saying memes, doing it all as a team, as a family, and not just anyone can join. I really, putting a cap at it now that, we have over 420 members. So now, we're really trying to build something great here, and I'm super happy. Like I said, I'm super happy of this team of ours. We have great traders here, and some are turning into snipers. I'm really proud of everyone in there. I'm trying to show, people the way and teach them as best as I can. And look at that, CJS. What has been happening since I joined this Discord changed my life for the better. I keep my paycheck, pay my mortgage, truck loan, and daycare without touching my work check off of these. He's a good trader. He is a good trader, and I'm happy he's part of the team. I'm loving it, guys. I'm absolutely loving it. So I'm stoked y'all are all part of the team. And if you're considering joining, message me, reach out, ask anything you need to know. This is for pretty, experienced traders. I wouldn't say super experienced, but experienced traders that maybe need an edge to win, that's been in the market a little bit and haven't found their groove. Maybe they also want to be a part of something bigger and just win with the team. We've been absolutely killing it. I have a lot more member gains on the Twitter. You guys can check it out on the main Twitter, RicoCapital. Some personal messages, people send me, and it's just awesome that they're following me and they're killing it. So come be a part of the team if you want. If not, I will continue to pump out free videos, learning stuff, a lot of things that'll help the normal trader continue to win. So appreciate you tuning in for the recap. That's it for this week as we wrap up the third week of November, going into the last week of November. And let's see how we do. Let's end this month strong. We started strong, now let's end it strong. So appreciate you watching. Thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, share it to somebody, and I'll see you on the next video.
I'm a fool to believe we could stay the same.